In this video, I'll be showing you the NABUnetwork.com work in progress version 1.22 Internet Adapter software. At one point in the video, I say for the public release it will be version 2.0. However, at the time of recording this video intro, it will more than likely be version 1.33 or possibly version 2.0, since we are making code updates on a daily basis. Keep an eye on the NABUnetwork.com blog for actual version release number and when it will be available for download. I'll also be showing some previously recorded video footage to showcase the NABU cycle updates and demo the two new games that Leo recently recovered from his 35-plus-year-old floppy disks. Then I show off our NABU computer headless option. We check out some new 2023 NABU Homebrew games loaded via our headless software option. Then we'll check out the open source IshkurCPM software, load a few Infocom Interactive Fiction games, and close out the video loading some MSX games ported to the NABU computer. I'll also be touching base on the NABU swag that you currently see, the mug, the pins, and the stickers. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an action-packed NABU computer video. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump over here to the laptop, and you can see the new software. This is version 1.22. It's going to be 2.0 by the time I release it on the site. But what's new is we've got NABUnetwork.com options, Homebrew Software, Game Room, Local Path, and control for your NABU headless. That is something that people have been wanting for quite a while. So we've got that now. But under NABUnetwork.com, we've got the cycles. The original Cycle 1, Cycle 2, which is now March of 2023, because it's got a couple of new games that have been found. We have got CPM 2.2 and NABU Basic 2.0. And then for Homebrew, click on Homebrew. And we got the pictures, we've got some homebrew games, we've got Snake version 2.1 and Tetris 2.1. That was done by ProductionDave, and then we've got some pictures in there. And then we have the Game Room, formerly Arcade. And in here, that's where we've got a bunch of games that you can play. Local is to where you could set your target, where if you want to run off of your local drive or somewhere else, you can do that. And then control, NABU headless, that is exactly what it says. Well, you'll be controlling your NABU from your NABU and not your laptop computer. The first thing I'm going to do is show you this kind of back shot where I'm going to start the software, start the NABU, and we're just going to boot into the version 2 of the cycle. So let me select that. I'm going to start the server, and then I'm going to reach over here and power it on. And keep an eye on that. You'll see that going. Take a moment. This is standard NABU stuff. Brought to you by NABUnetwork.com. All right, now I'm going to zoom in for a tight shot and go through and show you the two new games that have been added, and we'll go through all the new things with the software. So here we are, zoomed in on the screen. If you notice down on the bottom, it shows Thursday, March 16th, 15:07, which is 3:07 p.m. With NABUnetwork.com software, the clock is working, so that is pretty awesome. So how you get to the two new games, one is called Grog, and the other is Demotrons. And to get to them, you have to go to the shortcut. And then, example for Grog, you would just type in Grog, press go, and you'll see it load. And there is Grog. And what this game is, to me, it's kind of like a Kaboom game on the Atari 2600. And I'm going to show you a little gameplay here really quick. So you got your guy here, and you gotta catch the apples like that. And as you play, it gets faster and faster and faster. And it's a pretty fun game. I like it. Oh, get the cherries. So yeah, this is Grog, and this is now available on NABUnetwork.com's internet software. Oh, and I missed a cherry, so arg. Alrighty, so that is Grog. To get back to the menu, you can either press the reset button on your NABU or press the sim and the exit button on your keyboard, and it'll reboot like so. And we're back here at the main screen. We will go back over to shortcut, and we will type in demo for Demotrons, and you will see that load. And there it is. And this is kind of a Space Invaders Phoenix type of game. We'll go ahead and just play a little bit here real quick. Whoa. Not doing very good, but just wanted to show some gameplay. And that music, man, it ramps up. It's kind of stressful, and I am really not doing good. So yeah, that is what this game is. We'll just go ahead and reset out of this now, because this is just a quick little demo of that. So you can now see those two games are available in our version 2 of the cycle. Next up, I'm going to show you the NABUnetwork.com headless option. And what this is going to be for, coming down the road here, is you can put this on your Raspberry Pi. You can just boot up your Raspberry Pi like inside your NABU, and you don't have to have a laptop or a desktop or anything tethered to your NABU. It would all be internal, and you would control everything from the NABU. Because as of right now with our software, if you want to jump between the cycles or the arcade or CPM basic, you have to make that selection on the software and then basically reset power cycle your NABU for it to pull it in. But with the headless option, you can do all of that directly from your NABU. So what I'm going to do here is, you will see me come over here to the laptop. We are going to select the headless option. I'm going to start the server. And now I'm going to reach over here and power up the machine. And you will see this all running in real time, so you can see what this is actually doing. No trickery, no gimmickry, no gimmicks, no tricks, no magic. You're just going to see it load. Check this out. So right on the screen, we have got our headless stuff. So you can control this with your arrow keys. Like if you go here, hit go, you got cycle 1, cycle 2, CPM, basic. To go back a menu, you push the left arrow. We've got the Homebrew Software. We've got the demos, NABUtris, Snake, and Tetris, and then the pictures. And you'll see down on the bottom of the screen, it says arrow keys or joystick to navigate, go or fire selects. And you're like, wait, you can use the joystick with this? You sure can. Now watch this. Here's the game room. Here's games. All that kind of stuff. Go back. So what I'm going to do now is grab my Atari joystick. Check this out. Up, down. Push the button. Oh my gosh. Crazy stuff, right? So let's show you Homebrew. Let's show you the snake game. So we're going to go ahead and start that. And then I'm going to get my hand out of the camera here, and I'm going to stand back, and we're going to play it. Snake 2.1 by ProductionDave. Joystick only. So this is like a snake game you probably remember from DOS Q Basic. Check this out. You just go around and you got to get the apples. And as you get the apples, the tail will get longer and longer on the snake. And I'm just doing a quick little play of it here. Oh! I'm going to... So there, I just on purpose died there. Press escape to quit. So I'm going to press escape, and it's going to take you back to our headless menu. Check this out. And there you are. So let's say you want to go to the game room, and you want to play Time Pilot. Boom. Time Pilot will come up, and you can play it. Time Pilot. Pretty cool, right? So there is the Time Pilot demo. We can play it, or we can exit out. And exiting out of the game will bring you back to the headless option. So local paths, if you select local path, please type in the file name on your PC. Example, hello.nabu. Right now it says on your PC, but that could also be directed to your Raspberry Pi or your external floppy drive, because remember, Klyball has reproduced the NABU floppy drive controllers. So you can hook up a real floppy drive to your NABU now, and you can hook up Gotek and things like that. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And we'll just hit enter. Nothing will be selected. So yeah, that is the headless option. All right, we'll show you some more stuff in just a moment. All right, I'm going to show you one more homebrew game. I'm going to show you the Tetris version 2.1. We're going to go ahead and start the server, and I'm not doing this through the headless. I'm doing this through the regular software at this time. Hit the power button, turn on the NABU, and you will see it load this Tetris, and it's actually a really nice port of Tetris. He's constantly updating it, and that'll be loading here right now. And here is Tetris. It's got music. To spin the pieces, you push your button and pull down. You know, so it actually works like you would expect Tetris to work. Pretty fun game. Oh! I'm just going to blow it here. All right, let's go like that. And that is Tetris. Okay, now it's time to show you our IshkurCPM option. You will notice here now I am using version 1.31 like I mentioned in the intro. So this is some new footage, and I'm doing handheld mode here, so sorry if it's a little squirrely. I will be putting this on the tripod in just a moment, but we're going to use the drop down here. You'll see we still got the cycle 1, cycle 2, and it's dated March 2023 because it's got the new games that Leo recovered. We got our CPM 2.2 Ishkur and NABU Basic. I'm going to go ahead and select the CPM. And something to note, this is not a cloud CPM. If you want cloud CPM, that's something that DJ Shores has been doing with nabu.ca. He's got a kind of a GUI graphical user interface for that. Kind of reminds me of Geos from back in the Commodore 64 days. But yeah, so our CPM is not cloud CPM. It's open source, and it will be local to your install of our software. You're not going to be connected to the internet to use this. What else can I tell you about it before I start it? It is going to support real floppy disks using the Klyball reproduction floppy drive controller. So you can use a real floppy disk, a Gotek, etc., or you can use, quote, virtual disks that are stored on your local machine. And the new user's manual that'll come out with this new software for NABUnetwork.com will cover the headless option, the CPM, and all of that stuff. But I'll show you some stuff now. So anyway, so I've got it selected. You can see right there, the server is already running. And then we still got what I was showing you a minute ago. I'm going to hit the reset button here. Stretch, reset button. You'll watch it load up. It's going to load up here in a second. There it is, it's loaded up. And now I'm going to put the camera on the tripod and start typing with the awesome Alps keyboard. And here's my NABU joystick as well. I'll be controlling some stuff with that. But yeah, let's put it on the tripod and move on. All right, we are back on the tripod. Still got the CPM loaded up. Our A user 0 prompt. Just hit directory. And the disks I'm going to show you will be included with our official release. You'll get a disk A and a disk B. Disk A, user 0. This is what you got there. In my previous video, I talked about us messing with the colors and stuff for the CPM. That is now implemented. So you would just type INIT, hit go. And oh, something I forgot to point out to you really quick before I show you the color changes. So on the front of the NABU, right here, we got the power light. What do we got there? Pause, alert, and check. When I'm accessing the disks, these are the virtual disks. Watch this alert light right here. We've turned that into an activity light. So just keep an eye on that while you're watching this. So first off, we're going to change colors. So you hit 1, go, and you've got those colors. Some of them are better than others. I will disclaimer that right now. So right now what you're seeing is the dark blue background with white text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text color, and I'm going to change that to, let's see, what am I going to change that to? I'm going to change that to light green. So D. Background color, I'm going to go with black. So we're going to do B. Boom, look at that. Okay, that's pretty sweet. 9 to exit. You noticing the activity light there? It was flashing. Now watch, I'm going to do dir again. Watch the light. We've got an activity light on the machine. It also works in MAME, but it's cool on the real hardware to have some indication that you are loading stuff. So next we're going to go to user 1, and this is where the MSX stuff is at. And just for real quick, I'll load RallyX. So MSX ROM RallyX.ROM. Hit go. It's loading it. Check out the light. Do you see the light flashing there? Because it's loading a disk. You got to have an activity light. It's pretty cool. And wait for it. Still loading. So there is RallyX. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the button on my joystick, and it's playing. And I will control the game here as best I can from off to the side. And driving around, hit the button for some smoke. Pretty cool. That is RallyX. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail. I just wanted to show me, crashing, and using my NABU joystick. This joystick is cool looking, but it is not very responsive. I prefer my Atari joystick over this any day. So let me go ahead and get out of here. We're going to reset to bring us back to the CPM. And this is what you'll do, hitting the reset to bring you back, because CPM is still selected on the software. And we're waiting. Please wait. And there it is. And look, it remembered the colors. If we want to change back to the blue and white, we can do that. I'll do that real quick. Change colors. Text color is white. Background color is dark blue, which is E. And we will now exit. Those changes are saved to the disk. So we got user 1 is the MSX stuff. Showed you that before. User 2 is the Infocom stuff, and there's a lot more Infocom stuff added in here now. check out all of that. So like if you want Zork 1, Zork 1, see the activity light blinking away there, loading the disk. And just waiting for it. Real time, no edits. And there is Zork. You can play Zork. I'm just going to go ahead and quit. Yes, quit. And after you quit, it will bring you back to here. We're going to user 0. We're going to switch to disk B. And disk B is where the PTX music player is, the PTX player. And I showed that in my previous video. So again, you just go PTX play and then type in what you want. Robocop.pt3 or whichever one you want to play. It will load it. It starts playing the music. So that's very cool there. Switch back to a disk, and now I'm going to tell you about the swag stuff, so stand by. All right, time to talk about some NABU swag that I've had made up. First is the reproduction NABU Grows With People Like You button. This is a 2.25 inch diameter button, pin. This is based off of Leo's original employee button that he got back in 1982 when he started at NABU. I had reached out to him a few months ago and asked if it would be cool to reproduce that. He said yes. So this is almost a one-to-one reproduction. There are a couple slight differences only because if these ever end up on eBay, I don't want people going, oh, these are original from the 80s. These are not. These are a 2023 reproduction. So the buttons and stickers that I've had made, it's the same graphic. The stickers are 2-inch diameter. I've been sending out to people all around the world. I do have a limited supply of the buttons, but right now, as you can see, I have a giant sack of them. I don't know, I've probably got 80 to 100 of them left at this point. I can order more if needed. It'll just depend on the demand. I also have NABU mugs. These are an 11-ounce mug. They're dishwasher safe, microwave safe. What can I tell you about these? These are print on demand. I don't stock these, but reach out to me. I'll give you the link to where you can order one or more. There is a white option and a black option, but with the same graphic. And with those, for full disclosure, the company, they have a minimum price of this is what it'll cost to make them. And then they give you a suggested retail price of what they feel you should sell them for. What I did was I brought that price way, way down. It's maybe $1 to $2, $3 at most above the actual cost. Reason being, I'm not trying to get rich on NABU or anything, but I would like to recoup some of the money that I've put out for these buttons and the stickers and the postage, because again, I send those out free to people. You just got to let me know. The mugs, I have no idea what the shipping is. All that is handled through the print-on-demand company, which is great. So yeah, that's about it on the swag. At this time, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. These are the folks that support me on patreon.com/Geek With Social Skills. And last but not least, thank you for watching. Please be sure to check out my Friends of the Channel links in my video description and other links for information referenced in my video. And if you own a NABU computer, it would be great if you could visit NABUnetwork.com and register your machine's serial number so we can see where they're all ending up from around the world. So far, we have serial numbers in the US, Canada, UK, Germany, Switzerland, Cayman Islands, Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. With that in mind, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.